Hey guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're all well. Welcome to another FPL video. I have a very short video for all of you for today. So we have a double game week announced and we're gonna talk about that game week and see how it feels with the rest of the game weeks for us and our plans and see what changes because of it. So that's the plan for today. Thank you for watching and let's start with that. So yesterday, Game Week 34 was announced as a double game week officially, so we had an idea that it would be a double game week before, but now it's official, so we can start planning what to do in that game week. So 6 teams are going to have a double game week in Game Week 34. Liverpool is one of those teams, Fulham, Man City, West Ham, Brighton and Man United. So these are the 6 double game week teams for Game Week 34. Now let's see how what are the fixtures for these teams individually. So Liverpool first, they will play Spurs and Fulham, 2 home games. So two great fixtures because of the fact that they are home games. Definitely some Liverpool assets will be coming into the team in the next couple of game weeks. Man City also, they play West Ham at home and they also play Fulham away, so 1 home, 1 away game, but against 2 easier opponents. So that is another great double up as well. Man United, they play Aston Villa and Brighton, so another great double up. And Brighton, they play Man United and also they play Wolves, another decent one. So there are a lot of great double gaming fixtures for Gaming 34. Now, what does that mean for my team and for all of our teams? So I am tempted to save my bench boost at the moment and potentially use it in double Gaming 34 instead of Gaming 29. It could potentially be better because of the fixtures. So like I said, Man City, Man United, Brighton and Liverpool, they all have great fixtures into double game 34. So that does mean that there are a lot of points in that gaming to be had. So maybe I should change my bench boost from this week to gaming 34 because it might potentially have a bigger point haul for me. Now the problem with that is that, like I talked in the previous video, for this week benching players would be a huge headache. So I don't want to bench my Arsenal players for this week if I keep them. They both have a good fixture, Leicester at home, Leeds at home, and I expect Arsenal to score at least 3 or 4 goals in this game, so I don't want to bench them. Harry Kane also, if he stays in my team, I don't want to bench him either. He has a great record against Everton, so that's the problem with rolling my bench boost for Gaming 34. Now, there are a couple of injury concerns, so the international break is not over just yet. So Marcus Rashford is yellow flagged, as you can see, but I'm not too worried about him. I think it's just Ten Hag giving him rest for the international break, so he wants to. Marcus Rashford has played lots of games this season. He hasn't missed any games pretty much, and he has had problems with injuries in the past, so I think Ten Hag is trying to give him a rest, and I think he will be back for the Newcastle game, so I'm not worried about his yellow flag. Botman is also, he got withdrawn from the Swiss national team for the international break, but it's not because of an injury, it's because of an illness. So I expect him to be back for Newcastle's fixture as well. So at the moment I don't have any injured players in my team, so that's good. And I still have my bench boost active and I will most likely keep it this way. But now let's talk about the potential transfers that double gaming 34 brings. So one team that I'm now definitely looking at to get some players from is Liverpool. If we look at the Liverpool fixtures, so they have a double game week this week. Yes, two hard fixtures, fair enough, but it's still a double game week. And then they play in game week 32 against Nottingham Forest. This is a great fixture as well in a game week in which lots of players are going to blank. Salah could be a great captain for this week as well. And then it hasn't been updated here, but they will have a, oh, here it is, yes, it's updated. So then in 34 they have a double game week, Spurs at home and Fulham at home. So my game plan at the moment is as it follows. I will probably try my best to roll my transfer this week, and you might say why? Well, because I think that my team is great for my bench boost for this week if I will end up playing it, and I think there are lots of points in this team. I don't want to transfer out my Arsenal players, and I will keep Harry Kane for a couple of more game weeks. So if I roll my transfer and play my bench boost this week, that leaves me with two free transfers for the game week 30, and also those two free transfers and the 2 or 3 coming up for the other game weeks should make my life easier when it comes to making sure I have 11 starting players for game week 32, and then I can focus on getting a very strong starting 11 for game week 34 as well. So if I roll my transfer this week, next week I will very likely get Haaland for Havertz if he is declared fit. So at the moment he seems to have an injury, apparently. That's what it's been said, but I don't think it's a serious one, and he should be, if he's not back for game week 29, he should be back for game week 30, I believe. And also my plan is to transfer out another Chelsea player as well, so Reece James could be that player, and I could potentially get a West Ham defender in that position, because they are one of the two teams together with Liverpool that have a fixture in game 32, and they also have a double game in game 34 as well. So I could go for one of their fullbacks potentially, or maybe some other team will come up in the meantime. And then after I get in Haaland, then my focus will be to get a couple of Liverpool players. So from game week 31, when after Liverpool play, let me just check, after they play Arsenal, I believe, in game week 30. Yes, so after they play Arsenal, then I can start loading up on some Liverpool players. They're going to be super useful for me for the upcoming fixtures. So I will try my best to get Salah. One way for me to get Salah is to transfer out Harry Kane, and I probably will do that. And then instead of James Maddison, or I don't know, maybe instead of Mitoma, who will blank in game 32, I could get Salah in the team. And for the Harry Kane spot, I could get a cheaper attacker for 7 million. Isaac from Newcastle is an interesting one. So he's 6.7, and Newcastle have a fixture in gaming 32 and a fixture in gaming 34 as well. Now unfortunately they don't double in gaming 34, but still he could be, they have Southampton at home, so that's a good fixture, so he could be an interesting option to come in the team. Maybe even I should go early and get him in this week for Harry Kane, just to free up the funds and make sure that I can comfortably get Salah as well in the team. That's another possibility. And by getting Salah, and I will have my, hopefully I will have my Man United players and Haaland on the bench for the playing Gameweek 34 and then 32, I'm sorry, and then with Salah in the team, this should be a very strong looking team for Gameweek, double Gameweek 34. Now let me just see the fixtures one more time. Let me just look at some other potential players. So Brighton, they are a very important team to talk about. They have loads of fixtures left to play. So the people that have their free hit available, please go for 2 or 3 Brighton players in your team, because they have double fixture in 29. Then they have a blank in Gameweek 32 where you would use your free hit. Then they have a double fixture in 34, great double fixture, 2 home games. Then they will have at least 1 or I believe maybe even 2 more double fixtures announced for until the end of the season. So here are their games that they should be announced in the future. So they will have loads of games left, and after the 32 blank I will definitely try to get a couple of Brighton players as well, and I am also hopeful that Steele is going to keep his place as their starting goalkeeper. He could be a great defensive option for me if that is the case. So yeah, that's the update. Double Gameweek 34 announced. Couple of great fixtures coming up for some serious teams, and that is how my team changes for those games. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you at the next video.